Hi, welcome back to Guitar in 10. This is going to be a simple concept that we need to master that, though it is simple, it kind of gets bogged down in sharps and flats and note lines, and I want to make it as easy as possible and as brief as possible. So it will be very brief. I'm hoping for 5 minutes, so I better speak fast. It's part 2 of Play the Blues in Any Key. I showed you 2 things, 7 of the 12 notes, and I showed you how to play the blues off of them. So we could play blues in A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I showed you that we have an F, a G, there's a note in between there. We're going to learn about that today. There's an A, there's a note in between, we're going to learn that. B, a note we're going to learn. You already know that, that's a C. That's a note we're going to learn. That's a D, you already know that. That's a D sharp, that's a new note, and that's an E. And that's all we're going to do is know all of the notes here, because if you do, you can play the blues anywhere. And you're either starting the blues in F, or G, or A, or B, or C, or D, or E. But there's 5 in there we didn't cover. So the easiest way to do this is as we move up from the F, there's sharps. Anytime I tell you what is this note, you're going to say sharp. Going up, F. We have a new note. What is that note? F sharp. G. What is that note? G sharp. A. What is that note? A sharp. B. Here there is no extra note. Only B within these 12 frets has a note right after it that is not a sharp or a flat. It's a C. Right after B is C. Now again, what's that note? After a C, it's a C sharp. D, what's that note? It's a D sharp and an E. Just remember, going from here to here, these other notes became sharps. F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B. Be careful, there's no extra sharp or flat there. It's B to C. Now we're back to the sharps, going up, C sharp, D, D sharp, and we end on an E. We're almost done. I wonder how much time's gone by. I'm going to do it different now. We go down from what we worked on last video. Work on it. It's crucial to be able to know A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Going down, we have E, D, C, B, A, G, F. I'm covering that fast because I covered it slowly in part 1. A very short lesson that took about 7 minutes. So going down, we do not say sharps, we say flats. E, E flat. D, D flat. C. Now be careful because between B and C, it's the one exception. There's no sharp, there's no flats. B goes to C, C goes to B. C, B. We're moving down. Remember, there's a note there before we get to A. B takes B's name, B flat. A flat. G, G flat, F. Now I'm done teaching you anything new. I'm just going to go through it slower this time, with you understanding the concept of 2 things. 1, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, moving up the neck, the natural names of the notes, and moving down the neck, the natural names of the notes. E, D, C, B, A, G, F. That's 7 notes. Those are the 7 notes in the first lesson I taught you in 7 minutes. Today were these 5 new notes. Every time, except for B and C, there is 1 note between each letter. Between F and G there's a note, between G and A there's a note, between C and D there's a note, between D and E there's a note. And if you're moving up the neck from the F, you call them sharps. F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, be careful, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E. Concentrating on my little be careful move there, that there's no sharp, there's no flat, it's just B to C. So what we just did there was from F, G, A, B, C, D, E, we found the sharps. They were everywhere except B to C. And now moving down to remember, they become flats. E, E flat, D, D flat, C. Be careful, we're back at our exception. There's no C flat. B, C, C, B. So we have C, B. Now we're back again to our flats. B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F. I want to apologize, it's not the funnest lesson. There's almost no guitar playing there. But if you master this 7 minutes and 5 minutes, you're done. Someone says play the blues in A flat, okay. Play the blues in C, okay. Because, okay, I'm gonna do it. I have to find an A flat. So first I'll say, let's get to an A. F, G, A. Remember that the flats are behind. So here's an A flat. There's an A flat from the A. Here's an A, there's an A flat. Moving forward, I don't want to play an A flat. I don't want to play an A. I want to play an A sharp. Sharp is moving up. Here's my A, there's my A sharp. Hey, knock it off. Play the blues in B. B. F, G, A, B. Okay, I'm playing the blues in B. Can you play it in D? Of course I can. F, G, A, B, C, D. And this goes for anything. If you were doing jazz keys, jazz songs, jazz vamps, hard rock songs, folk songs, they're going to tell you to play in G. You have to find a G. A lot of guys are going to say, I'm tuned low, it's G flat. Can you do that? It's just not a big deal. Instead of starting off with the G, you're down a half step to G flat. Now I'm just going to wrap up with a really simple blues shuffle that I showed you. But instead of playing it in A, B, C, D, E, F, G, let's play it in a key that a lot of people don't play it in. Let's play it in G flat. A, find G flat, which really means finding G until you get better. F, G. We're going to play it in G flat. Flats move down, sharps move up. There's a G, there's G flat. So let's end with a little blues in G flat. Understanding that G flat is also F sharp. It's the same note. Here's F, here's G. Someone tells me to play in G flat, I go down a half step. Someone tells me to play in F sharp, I go up a half step from the F. F, G. Right in between is both G flat and F sharp. I'm on the 4, back to the 1, 5, 4, 1. The turnaround. For those who are just tuning into part 2, that seems a little nonsensical, 1, 4s, and 5s. You just need to watch that first video where I showed you it's a pattern. You play any of these notes that I taught you. In our case, we were down to G flat. That makes G flat the 1. The 4 is always right underneath it, and the 5 is a whole step above it. So you play that pattern of the 1 to the 4 to the 1. Then the 5 to the 4 to the 1. Then we had what we called a turnaround, which went 4, 5. And that's what you heard me play. 1, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1. I'm going to leave it there, guys. Just rewatch the video until you have all 12 notes, all 12 keys. Thanks. Cheers.